Good morning. This is Ryan with Love the Work. Welcome to Song Breakdown. It's Monday. Let's get into it. How's everybody doing? Missed you this weekend. The End. Nice. This is an old one. I recorded this in like probably 2000, I have no idea, like 2008 to 2012. It's kind of a broad range, but my friend Josh had this Alesis or Akai, maybe it was an Akai, and it was kind of a little beat maker, and I borrowed it and took it home. I was doing some recording at the time. I had a Tascam DP01, little digital 8-track recorder with the faders and everything, and but you could only do two tracks at a time. But took it home, wrote this little beat, and it had two parts. It had a boot, oh no, it's just kick and snare, and then the other part would added the hi-hat, super basic. And I got that rolling, and I had my guitar at the time. At the time, I had it. I don't know, it might have been the first Tele I ever bought, and it was a white Classic Series 60s Tele I got from Matt Ferguson. And it was a sick guitar. I remember Mike Tempesta told me he had one too. And of course I freaking sold it, but super sick guitar. And so I got the beat going and had these kind of basic chords, D, A, maybe either B minor or C sharp minor. And this one is cool because I made up all the lyrics on the spot. So I got the guitar going, and the basic beat. And when I would switch sections, I would just reach away from the guitar and hit the button on the drum machine and switch in the next section, which brings in the hi-hat. And luckily, by God, I wrote the whole thing just in one shot. And you know, as is typical, my vocals were kind of too quiet. And so I went back and did another vocal take on top of it to just double what I was doing with the vocals. But came out super cool, man. Gave me some real good confidence when I made that song. I put it on at the end of Second Breakfast. It was like the next to last song, or maybe it was the last song. It's called The End. And it was the first thing I think I ever put out on CD Baby. So it's the first thing I ever put out on Spotify, iTunes, and everything. And it was just the single called The End. So let's take a trip down memory lane, have a little listen here. Do I have it on my iTunes? I think I do, yeah. Yeah, it's the last track on the album. Plug my Tele right straight into the recorder.
With a cable.
The metallic taste of prayer is in your teeth, in your hair. Taste of everything you seek is in your tongue, teeth, and cheek. And when you lay yourself down to sleep, you taste taste of prayer is in your mouth, in your head. It's more like begging for mercy from yourself. The bitter taste of your agony comes slowly. Unsure until the end, you go forward blindly. The metallic taste of all the things you think. It comes but rarely. It comes but once per week. The bitter agony of setting up your steps and only having to walk them. The bitter taste in your mouth, in your teeth. And when you close your eyes, she holds you underneath. And in the end, I cannot see the end. My eyes are blind to the end.
Can hear the birds and the kids outside. Cool, man. Cool. I'm looking at my little follower goal right there. And I did the jazz broadcast on Saturday, and after it was done, I saw I had a new follower on Twitch. It's like, what? And he said he followed at 9:58 p.m. So I was like, that was at the end of my broadcast. So I watched the end of it, and I watched it go from 1 to 2, 2 followers, and then it went right back. I was like, oh, easy come, easy go. 07 track 07. I talked about this one last time. Song Casey recorded. Too funny. But it was cool. It was cool to see the little guy move. Lose sight. Hell yeah, I was thinking about this song the other day. I put a bunch of songs on my list that I was working off my list of songs that I know how to play, which is a pretty big list, but it's not comprehensive of all the songs that we have. So I finally made a full list, and that's what we have here. Lose Sight is one. I wrote it during the Song of the Week, and when I recorded it, I used my harmony guitar right here. And I didn't have drums, but I wanted piano. And I play okay piano. I can get through the chords, and I've improved lately, but at the time I wasn't that strong on piano. And so my roommate Dan West. Oh, excuse me. My roommate Dan West is a really good piano player. Check him out on Instagram, State of Swing. He's working on a big band arrangement of Nirvana songs and doing a lot of fun stuff on State of Swing. So definitely check out Dan. But he's a killer piano player. And so I asked him to record the piano on this song. And so he did. He came in, recorded. And everything was pretty throw and go in those days. So it's a first take. You hear us talking during it. You know, he's like reading the music and he's like, do I change here? And I'm like, no, one more repeat. And so you hear that little quick vocal exchange. But I love the song. It's to me, such a powerful song, such a powerful message about how, you know, we're so rich in so many ways and we're so blessed in so many ways. And the tragic thing or the ironic thing is that we can lose sight of that. You know, we forget how good we have it. And it's amazing because, you know, when we're in this consciousness of fullness, it's so overwhelming and it's so true that it's amazing that we could lose sight. It's amazing that we somehow could get away from that, but we can, and we do all the time, you know. And that's what the song is about. And the guitar solo is one that Matt sent. And man, he sent it while I was at work. So I was like going in Dropbox. He texted me, hey, I uploaded a guitar solo. Check it out. Let me know what you think. So I'm like, can't wait. I'm so excited. So I just go to Dropbox and I listen to just the track. So it's just silence for 2 minutes. And so I skip ahead to the guitar solo. And it goes dun 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 dun, and it keeps doing the same phrase over and over again. And I'm like, the song moves through all these chords. I'm like, fuck, this can't work. You know, I'm trying to imagine what it will sound like with the song. It's just this one motif. And I'm like, man, I wasn't excited. So when I finally got home, put it in Logic, put it in there and listened to it, and it just like blew me away. It's just so beautiful. It's so poignant what he's doing with the guitar. And of course I was completely wrong that it wouldn't fit. You know, just that development of a motif over a pretty complex progression. I mean, there's a lot of harmonic surprises in there, and he just weaves this beautiful thing throughout it. And I can't remember if he adds another layer, if he adds a keyboard. I don't think so. But God, it just is such a beautiful guitar solo. Probably my favorite solo that Matt's ever played was on Lou's Sight. So let me play you that. It was on Rainbow Grass. Featuring Dan West on piano.
Even though I can lose sight, I have to remember the truth. You as you are. You save me from myself. Even though I can lose sight,
So cool. So cool. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Matt. Code. Code, hell yeah. Started with drums on this one. Thankfully, I borrowed a breakbeat ride from work, 18-inch ride, very dry, very complex, and had this cool ass fill. And it's a low pitched cymbal. And in the end, we didn't wind up using that drum takes, sadly, but recorded the drums, recorded the organ. I had my Yamaha P115 at the time. Bass, I spent a lot of time recording bass. I played my jazz bass, which is behind me, and I wanted to do something really interesting. And the more I dug into it and played it, I started to find it, but I had to spend so much time, and by the end my fingertips were just raw from plucking it. But in the end, I found this cool thing that weaves through it. Boom, 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 boom. Kind of mirrors what the left hand is doing in the organ. The left hand was playing bass anyways in the main part. And finally got that down. I think Matt plays some long piano chords in it, which are nice, and it's one of the very few songs that we've made that's not guitar driven. That one we just played is not, but that was Dan playing piano. But Code features my favorite guitar solo I've ever recorded. Did multiple takes and then took those different takes and took the strong parts and weaved them all together into this one long solo. And then I took my other guitar, my Kiesel right here, the brown one, and added some harmonized parts to the lead, kind of like a Scorpions, like a 70s rock guitar sound, just to kind of drive those home. Love Drive. And came out super cool. It went into, when we did this album, the self-titled album, which is the picture right here, Matt and I had a shitload of songs we'd written during Song of the Week, and we wanted to kind of do like a back and forth, like his song, my song, his song, my song. And this one came after his song King of Cool, and then it was mine, and then he had this song we called it Oozy Woozy. It's just this little recording he made on Spire with basic guitar and a little organ. It's just got this soft lo-fi sound, super lo-fi, but it just came out so cool that we didn't even want to try to recreate it. We wanted to use that demo because it just had so much character and vibe in that demo that Matt just weaved it in there. He put a little outro, he called it the Radiohead section, of some guitars and keys and synths that he layered to create this little atmosphere, and then it goes into Oozy Woozy. So I'll show you that one. It was a ton of vocal harmonies stacked up. My friend AJ sings on this one. I'm sure Matt sings on it. Super fun song off our self-titled album, Code. Without further ado.
You can say the words, but you might as well be speaking in code. If you know your heart to be one with the truth, speak it in code. 'Cause what's meant's not what's heard, what's heard's not what's meant. What you think is one, you're Your friend calls too. How do we keep score? Know your audience. Are they even listening? Do they speak the code? 'Cause what's meant's not what's heard. What's heard's not what's meant. The Vibe Master, Matthew Erickson. Man alive. So good. Oh, so good. What a mix, too. Crown. Hell yeah. Speaking of a mix, alright, let me know what you guys think. I recorded some tracks on my tape recorder, which I need to pull out and look at what it is. It's a Tascam. I can't remember the model. And recorded some songs on it, and in my mind they came out really good. But at the time I only had 2 inputs. I didn't have any drums or anything, and I left them at 4 tracks, or just vocals and a couple acoustics. And so now this year I decided to put these songs out. It's 3 songs, and Code, Kiss First, and Kill Me. And Code, in my mind, is the single. It's the one I'm going to pitch to playlists and pitch as the single. But sent it to Craig at Paradise to master. And it sounds too hot to me, but let me know what you guys think. I'm going to have it wrapped up by the end of the week and put it out. But here's where it stands right now. Might take a little more high end off from it.
I am low, bitter trash. I am the lowest scum.
Tameness.
Giving only poor returns. A black hole of deception. Waits. Everything is mine. The world belongs to me. waste. Everything is mine, the world belongs to me. A shallow echo of my stupidity. Let me live. I like the taste, I like the feel, I like the look, I like the smell, I like the sound, I like the taste, I like the feel, I like the look, I like the smell, I like the sound. Perfect ignorance is my crown.
Love that. Love that sound. Love that sound. That might not be far off, to be honest. Last time I worked with Craig on Jazz Odyssey, it was my first time really working with a mastering engineer, and he can do so much, man. But I'm such a perfectionist, you know. He would send a mix for Jazz Odyssey, and I would listen to it, and I would immediately react, you know, because it wasn't what I was used to hearing, and I spent a lot of time going back and forth that I think I wasted in the end. If I had slowed down and just listened and spent some time with it. So Craig sent that on Friday, for example. I had all weekend to hang with it and listen. And at first it was too bright, but now the more I listen to it, the more I'm like, God, this sounds good. I mean, he's just a master. So it's not foolish for me to react to it and have my own view, but I have to be careful. I have to keep myself cool because, you know, he's a world-class engineer, you know. So I'm grateful for that patience to hang back and sit with it and like let myself raise to that level of what he's bringing. So let's see what else we got here. So let me give some quick shout outs here because this is cool. I mean, it's cool that anybody would watch me talk about this. So Michael Henry 001, thank you for the follow. John Sanios, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you guys. I know I'm a small channel, but appreciate you guys. So thank you for following. Tip to Toe Smile. This is another one I did on second breakfast. When I moved to Texas briefly in 2010, I sold a lot of my stuff. It's a recurring theme for me. But when I came back to Los Angeles in 2011, early in the year, I didn't have an acoustic guitar. So I got back to work, saved up a little bit of money, and I bought a Seagull acoustic guitar. Now, it's one that, I just need... Excuse me. It's one that a friend of mine, Chris Morrison, made a lot of fun of at the time. He's from New Hampshire. Those guitars are made in New Hampshire, so he might have associated it with home and with, not being cool. But my first nice acoustic was a Seagull. It was one of the early ones with the square headstock like a Martin. So I got a Seagull. It was cheap, and they sound good. They're solid. They play good. And recorded Tip to Toe Smile and a couple songs on that. At the time, Brad had showed me some open tunings and semi-open tunings that he was working with, and it's like an open G minor and an open G that I had been using. But this one... Trying to think if it's an open tuning or if it's standard tuning. I think it is an open tuning. I gotta listen to it, but I think it's just vocal and guitar, and I think it's that thing where I let the guitar overpower my voice, or I didn't sing loud enough, depending on how you want to look at it, and double track the vocals afterwards with another take. But let me remind myself because I don't recall. I like the taste. Song stuck in my head, girl. Yeah, I think this is open tuning.
I burn the truth and the ashes live. Suggest to me how to forgive. They speak to me in my sister's voice. Tell me how there is a choice. The ship unsailed, the sheet unfurled. To the wind another girl. There is love left in my heart. I wake up quick to feel the stars, and to sleep slow, imagined arms. A warmth to keep me safe from harm. Slowing steps into toast soil. Slowing steps into toast soil. Slowing steps into toast smile. Slowing steps into toast smile. Spain is trusting me. I need some lips. It's figuring out, it's pulling me into the light.
Hot diggity dog. Good times. Good times. Reminds me of some good ass times. Kind of want to learn that one. Remember how to play it. Don't hassle me. I played some Mellotron on this one. This is one of Matt's songs. I'm just gonna play it. Let me just play it first, and then maybe I'll talk about it. Talk a little bit about it. It's off the self-titled album. Look like this.
Love lays down alone and dying, 'cause she heard from the sun that I had been lying. So my love, you hear, don't you hassle me, and I'll keep sleeping alone every night. I swear the sun lays down alone and crying. my girl that I had been lying. So my love, you hear, don't you hassle me, and I'll keep sleeping alone every night. I swear, I swear, 'cause some say love is all for nothing, but my love will keep on trying. So my love, you hear, don't you hassle me, and I'll keep sleeping alone every night. I swear, I swear, I swear, I swear.
Man, just Matt, right? With the acoustic guitar. He played bass. I played drums. He wrote these nice string parts, and I used a Mellotron to copy what he did and give it a different sound. But he included those and mixed those in there. I'm wondering if he wanted more of a real string sound. Nowadays, we have Fiverr, and you can hire string players for not a lot of money. And I wonder what he would think to use real string players and get that real string sound. I'm curious. Watching my follower bar now because that one time the guy followed. What do I know? Hell yeah. When Brad and I started working together in 2015 again, or around that time, he sent me a bunch of guitar parts, and this is one that I took, and I think I had some lyrics that were just sitting there in my notebook, and they just paired perfectly well, and became instantly one of my favorite songs. It was one that when I sang it up on the mountain, and it was like my third song. It was my third cover of the week. Each Monday I put out a cover of the week or an original, and it was the third one I put out, and it got like 6,000 views on Instagram. And I think, I put just a minute clip. Those short sub-minute clips are much more popular, but I was just like floored. I was like 6,000 views. Like I couldn't fathom that. But it kind of supported my thing I always say, is that when we collaborate, when we work together on songs, they become so much more than any one of us makes a solo. So only a couple years later, when I went to Maine, we booked some studio time at Baked Bean Studios, and Matt and Brad and I went in, and this is one of the songs we did and completed. I don't like my vocals. I'm gonna play it for you anyways, just so you can see what we wound up with. But I want to put it out later, and maybe a B-side on Minor Blunder, or maybe an A-side, depending on how it comes out. So I did re-record drums, and I did vocals. I'll play you both versions and let me know what you think. But Brad recorded some lead guitar. on a Kemper Profiler of all things, a digital amp. But we put bass, acoustic, and vocals. We put harmony vocals, and Alan suggested a studio technique, which is to get a really rich vocal harmony sound with vocalists that are not accustomed to singing harmony, is you pick the notes you want to sing, and each guy sings that one note, and you multi-track, you layer it. So if you pick an E, a C, and a G, take one, everybody sings a E. Take two, everybody sings a G. Take three, everybody sings a C or whatever. And it creates this really rich vocal harmony sound. But we're like, no, we don't want to do that. We're too cool. We're the real deal, you know. So we had rehearsed some harmonies over at Brad's place, and some shit that I really liked. And when we layered these harmonies, to me, it sounds like angels are singing, and I really think that's what it is. You know, I think we have a special bond, and when we get together on those rare occasions, to me, it feels like a cosmic event, and that's what I heard in these harmonies. So let me play what we did at Baked Bean, and then I'll show you the newer version that's still in progress. But let me see, where's it going to be? Audio files. What do I know? So Brad played acoustic on this, thankfully.
What do I know about love? I was buried alive. I've been using all my strength just to dig myself out. I saw you standing in the devil's playground. I saw your idle hands doing his dirty work, doing his dirty work.
right, so that's what we recorded at Baked Bean. I hate my lead vocal, but what are you gonna do? So now I'll show you. Now I'll show you what I am working on currently, using a lot of those same stems, but new drums and new lead vocals, which I'm still not happy with. But what are you gonna do? We'll get there. Is it 4 months ago was the last time I worked on this? God, could be. Yeah, I guess it was. Boop, boop, boop.
What do I know about love? I was buried alive. I've been using all my strength just to dig myself I saw you standing in the devil's playground. I saw your idle hands doing this dirty work. Doing his dirty What do I know? What do I know?
So not perfect, but a lot stronger. I like the vocals a lot more. I like the drums a lot more. There's a few spots I want to fix on the drums and vocals, but lot closer than the other one in my opinion. I didn't hear any bass. I don't know if there's any bass on there. Maybe it's just mixed kind of low, or maybe I just didn't notice it. Turn in. This is one. I bet I could put this as a B-side for Bullet. I'm gonna look at the release schedule. Yeah, I don't have it on the release schedule, but it's a weird song. Bullet's kind of a weird song, so I want to put out a little weird EP. But I haven't really recorded this one yet. You know, I wonder what I do have for a recording, because I'm sure I at least have the demo I recorded for
for just Song of the Week. But let me see what it sounds like, because I don't even remember. I wonder if I put like drums and everything.
Got to go back into town, turn ourselves in. The suspicions coming
I like the tempo.
down. No avoiding it. There's no way they suspect us. Not the way we're dressed. None come forth to protect us. Not the way we're dressed. It's too late, it's too late. The damage has been done. No apologies to make. Guilty parties too far flung. It's too late, it's too late.
I like the high chord.
Has been done. No apologies to make. Guilty parties too far flung. There's no way they'll convict us. Not this time of year. Never been this deep this deep in
Man, I fucking like that. I fucking like that a lot. There's a lot I like about that. I'm trying to think how I would improve it. I mean, that's a tough call, man. There's so much I like about that. That's a tough call. You know, the guitar's a little out of tune, the main guitar. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm not even going to talk about it. I know this is a talk show. I'm drawing the line. Let's move on. Like that a lot. Oh, hell yes. Minor blunder. Let's go. Let's go. So this is the one I want to put as an A side or a B side to What Do I Know, the one we just played. I think this is all we have for time too, is to play this one. So let me see where this is at. It better be fucking sounding tight, or else. Last mix is 12-1.
was a minor blunder. Well, I must have heard you wrong. I thought you said you loved me. What a fool, but now I'm free to wander.